Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about the Orbital augment, which is the new module that just appeared today, and we are going to talk about what are the pros and cons on this module, whether you should pull on this banner or keep on the standard banner, what is my insight on this, knowing that I haven't played with it yet. I have pulled on it and I'm going to explain you why, but it's not something that I have tested extensively yet. Okay, so for the people who just want an answer, my intake is that if you don't have a legendary module here at a defensive area, then I do recommend that you pull on it so you can get a high defense percentage on this module. For the rest of the people, I don't think this module is going to be useful, and I think there is better option. Now, stay with me with the video if you want me to explain you why I think so. So the orbital augment is going to add orbiting electrons around your tower, and the better the quality and the more electron you're going to have in your tower. I'm going to show you what 2 electrons look like, and I'm going to show you what 6 electrons look like. I don't have the ancestral yet, I need to pull a little bit more. I have not been lucky on these pulls, but at least you will have an idea of what as an assist it will do with 2, and if you are pushing a little bit more, how much electron there is around your tower. So this is the effect that you see of the electrons. That's the 2 blue balls that are rotating, and you see that they have an ellipse around your tower. So there is one side where it goes close and one side where it goes quite far. So there is actually an area where the electrons are hitting above the range of your tower, which is quite interesting, I think. The more you increase the range, so if we go here and I increase my range, and you see that it keeps going out, so this is scaling with your range, but obviously the relative size of the electron is going to diminish if you have a range that is above the one that you had before. So this is what 6 electrons look like. So you see already it starts to be quite a lot of blue balls around the tower, so potentially hitting quite a lot of enemies. Now, talking about hitting enemies, we need to introduce the concept of the damage. So it hits the any enemies by 10% of the wave health, and this is a very important thing, because 10% of the wave health is not 10% HP of the enemies. So this is something that I need to make it clear for everyone. So if you go here and then you go to wave information, you will see that all enemies here, they have a different level of health. So the basic is the level of health that is going to be affected. It's 10% of the value that you see here that is going to be inflicted to the enemies, which that mean is that protectors usually they have less health than the basic. So you see with 6 hits you are going to kill a protector. With 10 hits you are going to kill a basic or a fast. For the tank, they have 5 times more health than a fast, so you will need 50 hits to kill a tank. A range is going to be 10 hits like a fast, and for a boss they have 20 times the amount of health that a fast has, so it's going to be 200 hits. So clearly, if you are looking at this, the things that I see is that the enemy that this is going to be the most effective on is the protector, because as a fraction of the health, the electron is going to inflict a greater fraction of a protector health than the rest of the enemies are getting from the electrons. Also, we know that protectors are not affected by orbs, while other enemies they can be affected by orb, both being a percentage, but those ones at lower tier till T14 they get one shot by orbs. So potentially the first thing that comes to my mind with electrons is that this is going to be good for protector and is going to be good to deal with protectors. Just by looking at the numbers, this is what comes to my mind. What I can also tell you is that electron is not going to be good at is to deal with bosses, is to deal with fleets, is to deal with I would say elites, because they have quite a lot of health. And bear in mind that the devs say that if the electron started with, let's say, 17Q, and then by the time the enemy is arriving to your tower, the health is increasing. the electron is not scaling, the damage on the electron is not scaling on the very enemy. So you're still going to be inflicted 10% of a basic health. So that's also true for bosses. So if you have huge chronofield, then electron is not going to be that better, because you're not going to increase the damage that they are dealing. So you're still going to need to have 200 E to kill a boss. So clearly that's the first thing. It's good for protectors. It's good to clear out like crowds of enemies like the one that you see, but it's not going to be like an amazing damage dealer from the look of it. So when should you pull on this module? So the first thing that we think about is, if you are a new player, you don't have a legendary quality, what you are looking for is to have a module with a high quality so you can roll a high defense percentage. This is going to help you tremendously within your EHP phase, which is from wave 2, tier 2 to tier 12 roughly. So really is going to help you a lot. While you are getting another epic module to this quality is going to take you a very long time, so this is going to help you. So for those people, I do recommend that you pull on it. Now if you're already into the game, quite established, then potentially you have the wormhole redirector, which I believe the unique effect is better for EHP than the electron one. Because you don't rely on killing enemies with anything else than Thorn in EHP. So really, like, I don't see the point of that. It's not providing you some additional layer of defense. And obviously, as EHP, the king remains Sharp Fortitude, because it's so great for the wall health and is making the wall way more accessible for new player. That to me, in EHP, Sharp Fortitude remains the king. So this is the number one option, and I don't see how the new module Orbital Augment is going to be challenging that status. So now moving on to the people that are playing hybrid or glass cannon. To me, in glass cannon, you still want to have the multiply by 25 damage, which is going to help you way more, in my opinion, than having this that is going to hit for 10% of the current health. So to me, the ACP that we are using for glass cannon is way better. Now today, if you want to use an assist module with ACP, you have several options, and I think the new module may be a new option for an assist module. So this is very niche for top player that have unlocked assist module. The problem I see with this is that to have something that is effective, you actually need to have a great quality. So we're not only talking about an assist that has just been unlocked here, we're talking about something that the unique effect boost is up to maybe mythic or ancestral quality. So we're only talking about maybe top 500 player that have those kind of assist module unlock. So it's extremely niche, and probably it's not you, if you're watching this video, that is considering this. Right now, if we are looking at assist module, things that we may consider for this slot as assist is obviously the first one is this one, that is going to apply a debuff that is stacking every time that you're eating with an orb. So I think this remains like a very solid choice. And another choice that we may think about is potentially the Space Displacer, that is going to provide some ELM instead of standard mine every time that the standard mine is popping. So this is also an option. Whether this or that or this thing is going to be better, I don't know. I will have the tendency to think that for low quality assist module, then potentially the negative mass projector or the Space Displacer is going to be a little bit better. And as you get an amazing quality here, maybe this is going to step over the two others. But this is not something I tested, so it's just assumption. Just to summarize, clearly if you are in glass cannon or hybrid, I do not recommend this module. I think ACP is just flat out better. I think this module may be useful for very advanced player that are playing in high tier, and we know that high tier they get a huge nerf on orbs through the battle condition. So this is what you see here. If you go to let's say like tier 19, the orbs are dealing 5% enemy health damage. So then electrons become something that is like similar in terms of damage than orbs. So that is maybe something where this can work. But honestly, just as an assist module, because ACP I think is just flat out better. Now, why did I pull on it? Then first I wanted to try it so I can make a video. I don't think it's a wise investment, but also I'm in a status now where most of the modules that I want, I have them in Ancestral. So I'm just collecting the modules so I can get all of them to 5 stars, and every time that I'm getting a module like this, then I actually can shatter it. And when I have a module that is 5 star, I can shatter it. So you see, this one is 5 star, and today while I was pulling, I have this one, and if I shatter something like this, I get a lot of shard. I'm not going to do it because I'm waiting for the last level of shatter shard that is going to provide me even more shard. But you see, every time that I get that, I get more shard. And to me, shard is really, really important, because having more shard would increase the level, and that means that the bonus that I have here is going to increase. And also the multiplicator that is on the assist module is going to increase as well. So right now I really want shard to have this multiplicator that is going up and the base module that is going up. So I'm okay to pull on this, so I max out another new module and I have more chance after to get duplicate anyway. Guys, that's all I had for you today. I hope that this has been a little bit insightful and you have a better idea whether you should pull it or not for your tower. Thanks everyone for watching, and I see you on the next video.